This segment is going to be about scanning to email addresses using the four-standing Konica Minolta copiers. All of these devices that are on the network have the ability to scan. Scanning is totally free, and it's a great way to both create electronic documents and also to share documents with other folks versus faxing. When you send it through your email system, you'll know that the other person that you were sending it to got it because you won't get a bounce back email. You don't have to worry about, was the other fax machine out of paper? Did somebody walk off with it? Was it laying in a tray where it really shouldn't have been seen? It was a private document. So it takes care of all those things. And not only do you have a black and white scanner, but all of these are full color scanners, even if the copier itself can only produce black and white copies and prints, they still scan in full color. So you're going to walk up to the device, log in, you got your username and your password, and it's going to bring you to the copy screen. To get moved from here to the fax screen, you've got a couple different ways. One is you touch menu in the top right and touch scan, or you touch the button that says scan fax at the bottom. Now when you come to the copy screen, it is as simple as touching the me button to highlight it, because these devices know the email address that is associated with whoever logged on. So it's always going to say me, but me again is whoever just logged themselves in. Best practice and the way these are set up is to always use these devices to scan a paper document back to yourself and then forward it by your email to somebody else that wants it from you. If you sent something straight from a copier to somebody else, you don't have a record that you ever sent it, and you don't know for certain that they got it. So always send it from the device, the copier, to yourself, and then you can save it to your desktop or forward it on to whoever wanted it from you. So scanning is as simple as come to this screen, highlight the me button, the start button goes blue, you put your documents face up in the document feeder, touch start at 80 pages per minute, it's going to turn that into a PDF and it's going to send it to your email. So when you get back to your desk, you open your email, you've received one, it's going to say it came from you. So it'll have your name in there, and then when you open the email, the only thing in there is going to be your attachment. So that's the simple version, but you do have some options down below. If your paper documents that you have are two-sided, with this first button in the bottom left, you can tell it that, so it keeps everything in order. You can also change the resolution. It has scan resolutions here. If the device you have also has a fax installed, not all do, it has your fax resolution here as well. So by going up in resolution, you're making it a higher definition. Know that 200 dots per inch is pretty much the resolution of a fax. It's fine, it'll work well, but if your words are really small, they're kind of degraded on the paper, maybe the paper's old, or if you just want a really nice looking electronic version of what you have, you may want to up the resolution some. But know that the higher the resolution you go, the larger your file size is going to be. So if you have a lot of pages, you might be working against yourself and making a file size that's so large your email server won't accept it. That's rare, but know that that might happen. This device I'm working with is defaulted for color, so by default everything's going to come out in color, but you could have them shades of gray or black and white. Some of your devices are defaulted here as well. However you wanted to make it, again, this is free, so you can decide what you want to do. By default, you're going to be creating a PDF file. That's where most folks leave it. PDFs are pictures, so it would be very hard to open that file on the other end and manipulate it and have someone say, no, you didn't send me that, you sent me this. So usually folks scan as PDFs, but you do have the ability to scan as a TIFF, a Windows XPS format, a JPEG, and a PowerPoint slide. So all these are options for you if you'd like to. Scan size is set to auto. Usually folks leave that alone. It will recognize if you have a common paper size, what size that is, and that's exactly how big your scanned image will be. You won't have a border, you won't have to scroll around on your screen to see what you've got. But know that you could come in here, if you have an oddball size piece of paper, there's a custom size, and you can tell it along the X, along the top, and then along the side what size that is, so you can have the correct size. There's also a photo setting. There's two different sizes and two different orientations for photos. There's metric, there's inches. So there are some things under scan size, but usually folks leave that on auto. Because you're scanning directly to yourself, you don't have to name your files here, but you can, and that you can do that with the bottom right button. Right now, if I don't give this file that I'm going to scan a name, the device is going to name it itself, and this is a date stamp of a name. But you can touch this bottom right button under by file name, highlight this, C for clear, and then you can name it whatever you'd like to. You have a keyboard that pops up. You have lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. When you touch shift, they go uppercase. And you can name it whatever you want to. So in this case, when I sent my scan, when I go retrieve it from my email, it's going to be called sample.pdf. It's a great way to kind of know what files you have without having to open them up. Under application, you have the ability to lighten and darken your file. There's a few different things back here. That's going to be the most popular one. So again, when your button, you walk up, you log yourself in, you come by menu or the buttons down below to the scan screen. There's going to be a Me button. As soon as you highlight Me, the start button goes blue, meaning you're ready to go. You can put your pages up top, touch start, and it's going to go on its way. But you do have these options down below that you can use if you'd like to when you scan. And when you're finished, after 1 minute of not touching, and it's going to log out, but you can touch access and log out. If you're finished here and you want to get back to the copy screen, you just repeat the process. You go to the copy button down below, or under menu, you go back to the copy screen, and then you're back at this one. Thank you very much.